can use it on people with gray hair, brown hair, red hair, whatever. It will just very softly remove any warm tones between shampoos, and it's awesome. You obviously see the biggest results on blondes, and for those clients with very porous hair, you can recommend them mixing it in with their other shampoo just to dilute it down, so that maybe the ends of their hair where it's really porous doesn't turn like super lavender, because that is a real possibility. That being said, we really highly recommend these two absolutely staying together, because the conditioner was specially formulated with vitamins A, C, and E to smooth that cuticle down, lock in that toning, and restore the pH balance to the hair. And you can definitely tell if anyone in your salon is using Blonde Ever, right? Like that grape smell, you can smell it across the building. It's awesome. And last but not least, in our specialty, we have our Weekender. And don't be fooled, this is not just for the weekends. It's to imply that you should be using it every once in a while. It's not necessarily your go-to shampoo. It is a mild clarifying shampoo. It has hydrolyzed wheat protein to add and restore strength. And the cleansing agent in it is derived from coconut, as are most of our shampoos. So this guy will rid your hair of buildup, but it won't actually penetrate and pull out the natural oils in your hair, which is incredible. And it's sulfate free, which I think it's probably one of the only clarifying shampoos on the market that just removes product buildup and not natural oils. It's really awesome. It's very gentle. We recommend it to be used previous to any chemical service. And if you have a client that loves it, you just want to make sure that if they get a chemical service, that they're not using this in the first 24 to 72 hours from having that chemical service. Also, as a side note for any of you guys that do direct dye, the Weekender is not going to help remove that. Like very, very slightly, but some clarifying shampoos will like strip direct dye out of your hair. Weekender is not that clarifying shampoo. Okay, we're going to move on to our wet styling. And if you guys remember, it is color-coded black, which implies that you put it on wet hair that's going to be styled and blown dry. So up first we have our Laser Straight Relaxing Fluid. This is one I was getting confused with conditioner over here. This has a cornstarch to add body into the hair and dimethicone to stretch the hair and add intense shine. This is a relaxing fluid. You're going to want to use this on clients who are really wanting that smooth, sleek, shiny look. I used this today as my styling product mixed with a little argan oil. This is a very light hold, but I will tell you, if you put this in someone's hair and you're trying to round brush it in, you're not going to get any round brushing. Like, it's going to pull, it's going to be super sleek, it's going to be super shiny. You might get a little bend on the bottom, but you're not going to get any Victoria's Secret hair with this product. It's really, really great for just controlling frizz, for taming texture in the hair. It's not to be used for like smoothing out hair and round brushing. That's not its intent. Creamy paste. It's a styling cream. Or sorry, a thickening cream. This is for clients that want a little more like fullness or bulkiness in their hair. Especially like, I find like if I have female clients that maybe are a little thin on top, this is very helpful. Same thing with male clients. It has kaolin clay in it, which is what actually gives it its thickness and bulkiness. Just take a little pea-sized amount, emulsify it in your hands, start in the back, like work it forward. You can put it in one spot, you can put it all throughout the hair. It's just gonna really like zhuzh up that hair and give it a lot of body. The more you add, the more thickness you get. You can get it kind of like piecey and separated once it's blown dry too, which is really nice. Woo, almost threw it on the floor. And then we have our blow-in set. And this is exactly what it sounds like. It is a blow dry and setting lotion. So whether you want big Victoria's Secret hair or you're doing pin curls or finger wave, this is your go-to. It has guar gum for lift and fullness, and you're just going to want to put it in wet hair, roots to ends, blow dry through. I think I forgot to say laser straight is roots to ends as well. Blow dry through. It has a hold factor of 5, which is really nice because you can add it to like products with a lower hold factor to increase it or higher hold factor to decrease it. Like, this is a really amazing blending product for round brush styling, or really for any kind of styling. And it's nice because it gives you a really like soft, touchable feel once it's in the hair. Expand a volume. This is for ultra root lift. For those clients that really want like big, full volume hair, like Texas hair, right? Like the higher the hair, the closer to heaven hair. It has organic polymers, which gives you that hold and the retention for curl. You're going to want to section the hair out, spray this 6 to 8 inches away, only 1 to 3 inches up from the root. It's not intended to go all the way throughout the hair. It is a root energizer, so only keep it at the root. It does have a very strong hold factor. I believe it's a hold factor of 8. So it's very, very strong, which is why you really don't want it throughout the entire hair, just at your roots. And last but not least, in our styling system here, we have our Elevate Mousse. And you guys, this is not your grandma's mousse. This is a very soft, touchable, bouncy mousse. And the reason it's not stiff and crunchy is because it has argan oil in it. And you put this in, roots to ends, blow dry it in, do like Velcro roller set, whatever you want to do, and you're going to get amazing amounts of volume and bounce and body. Like, when this first came out, I think I was ordering it by the caseload. I could not keep it on the shelves in my salon. It's awesome. I love it. Oh, one thing, I almost forgot, guys. When you're putting this on the hair, it shows you on the back, but you really want to do this fully upside down or you'll waste so much product in the container. So really make sure that you hold it directly vertical, okay? Don't forget that. Okay, guys, we are going to move on to our hybrid. Dark blue. This product here is for all hair types. It's Conundrum Paste. And we call it Conundrum because is it a paste? Is it a cream? Is it a wax? We don't know. So, put it on wet. It has a hold factor of 3. It has a more natural finish that gives you like a soft, moldable, workable look. Put it on dry. It has a hold factor of 4, and it gives you more of like a piecey, separated look. It's really awesome. Piece size amount, emulsify, work back to front. I definitely recommend using this more like short to medium length hair, or if you're really kind of wanting to piece out an updo or something, like just throughout the ends with used as a dry finishing product. Then we have our Smooth and Shine, which is a styling cream. This guy is for people who really want like smooth, shiny hair, but may also need like a little bit of extra love due to like over coloring, because it helps smooth down and correct compromised hair, which is really awesome. This guy has argan oil, crushed pearl, and white organic honey in it, which really gives it all of those nourishing reparative elements. You're going to want to put this on either wet or dry hair, mids to ends. Comb through, blow dry in if you're putting it on wet hair. Again, it's a really great, like, as a split end treatment. I really love this product. It's really nice. It has such a great fragrance too. Our liquid volume. This, I cannot say enough good things about this product. It is dry, weightless volume. And it's amazing to me that you can put this product on wet or dry. Like you can just see how it comes out. It's a little bit wet, but you put it on the roots or even throughout the hair before you blow dry it in, and you get this like immediate like oomph. You put it in dry hair and the hair just gets like bigger and bigger and bigger the more you touch it because it's touch activated. It's awesome. Like, when it first came out, I will admit I was a little bit terrified of it, and then I took a class and I learned how to properly use it, and it's changed my life. Like, it's such a game changer for doing weddings and events. Like, you don't always want like the root energizer in someone's hair because they don't necessarily want that much lift, and sometimes like the expanded dust can be a little too tacky for what you're trying to achieve. The liquid volume is like the perfect combination. It's like expanded dust and root or the expanded root like had a baby. It's awesome. I love it. Then we have our beach day, you guys, and going back to the sulfate, paraben, sodium chloride free. This is the second product and last product in our line that has one of those buzzwords in it. And because it's beach day, it's a texturizing spray, it does need to have a sea salt in it. So this does have a mild sodium chloride, which really helps to aid with the texture and that really awesome beachy look for people with that type of hair. So obviously it's good for people with like curly, wavy hair. You could put it in wet, scrunch it, let it air dry, or diffuse it. You can use it dry to restyle the hair. It gives a ton of like body to the hair and really kind of like defines like the wave and the curl. You can use it at the root for a little bit of extra lift. And this guy does for extra protection. It has moringa seed extract in it, which is really nice. And I really like, for something that I use on clients that have that hair that just doesn't seem to want to style, I will put this in their hair, and if their hair is like dry, or if I just washed it, like blow dry the product in, because it gives it just that little bit of like tackiness and grip. And sometimes I'll combine it with the Boost to spray to just give it a little bit more like fullness and body, so that I have like a better base to work with before I style their hair. If it feels like it's gonna be that hair that like if I braid it, it'll just fall out. Like, you know, that hair that's, it's either just so clean or it's just so baby soft just from natural living because they do nothing with their hair, that there's no way you're gonna get it to style unless you get it a little bit gritty. And last but not least in our hybrid line is our U oil. The U oil is our argan oil, and this is for everybody, all hair types. You're going to want to use 1 to 3 pumps, mids to ends. Again, you can use it wet or dry, and this really like adds shine. It locks in color. This, I'd say hands down, is my #1 blended product. I will mix it in with everything to give it a little bit of extra shine. But it also cuts down blow dry time by 30%, which is probably why it's one of my favorite products to use before I blow dry. And a little secret, I will sometimes, if I have somebody with really compromised hair that I'm about to color, especially if they were blonde and were going darker. I'll put a couple pumps of this into their color just to get that really into the cuticle of their hair to like nourish it and moisturize it. I don't know. I just like to do that. So, anywho, we are on to our last system, you guys. You've been really great. Thank you so much. So lastly, here we have our dry finishing, which if you remember is our Burgundy Merlot. This is to be used on dry hair. And first up here we have our expanded dust, which I had just mentioned. This is our volumizing powder. And I know there are a lot of these on the market. This one is made with a tapioca starch. And it's for those looking for lift in body, not just at the root, but also like throughout the style, like especially if you're doing session work. This is a really great product, and you can either, this one's almost empty, and they do feel empty straight away. Like most of my clients are like, why are you selling me a bottle of nothing? It's just so light, but I think this one really is almost empty. So you're gonna wanna, you can tap it, and you can see how much more like product you get out when you tap it versus when you puff it. I'm gonna let these really get out of the way, or you can puff it. And so you can see you just get so much more product tapping than you do puffing. So you can really choose when you want to use it. You can use it in spots, you can use it throughout the root or throughout the style depending on what you're trying to achieve. It has a hold factor of 3. It is layerable, but I will warn you that if you layer it, it will become increasingly hard to work with and work through. I feel like I want to tell you guys something else about expanded dust. Let me take a sip and see if I can remember. That worked. It is colorless, odorless, and translucent, so you can use it in any hair color, which is fantastic. And we have our second day, which is our finishing cream. And again, dry hair. This was created for session workers to give clean hair that worn second day feel. And they achieve that by using castor oil, which gives a little bit of grit, but not like a dirty feeling, so that when you style the hair, it kind of like locks it in like how your hair feels the day after you wash it. Like it's got a little bit of natural oil in there, a little bit of like sleeping on it. This is amazing. Put it in dry hair, mids to ends, comb through. You really want to make sure you emulsify it in your hands before you put it in, like warm it up. You guys, a little goes a long way with this stuff. And we have our little cousins here, Tricky Spray and Tricky Light. They're very similar. Tricky Spray is intended for people with medium to thick textured hair, and Tricky Light is for thin to medium or fine to medium textured hair. Tricky Spray is 50% hairspray, 50% wax. Tricky Light is the same amount of hairspray with half the amount of wax. They are both progressive, and they will both give you like a pieced out, separated look. You want to spray them 6 to 8 inches away, work through with your fingers or a brush, whatever you want to do. I do like using these when I'm styling, actually spraying it directly onto my fingers and like working it through the hair sometimes, just to control a little bit more the amount of product that I am getting using either one of these. And we have our Texturizer, which is a dry finishing spray. This has organic polymers in it, which help to hold and retain the style to the hair. This is incredible as a setting spray, but it's also really great as you're working through a style to give a little bit of a lift and body, but also add some grip to the hair when you're working with it. You want to really make sure you shake it well to like get the product all emulsified together in the jar and ready to shake out. And then you can see how it comes out. Spray it 6 to 8 inches away. and it's going to give you like a nice, subtle, touchable grip to the hair. And we're down to our last 3 products, you guys. They are our hairsprays. And real quick before we get into them, I want to show you the tops. That's a good way to know what you're grabbing because they look so different. So this guy over here is our Go 365. It has the smallest nozzle. Our Max Control has the white nozzle, and our Session Max has the black nozzle. So I'm going to start by talking to you guys about the Go 365. This is a 3-in-1 hairspray, and there's not 3 different hairsprays in here. It is just one hairspray, but if you can see on the nozzle here, there's an L, M, and H, so light, medium, hard, or soft, medium, strong hold, and you just twist the nozzle and it changes the amount of molecules that are actually shot out through the nozzle, which is what gives you the 3 different hairsprays. So I highly recommend this to clients who really style their hair and need more than one hairspray at home so that they only have to take one product home. So it's really the biggest bang for their buck if it is a client who likes to style. This is an amazing go-to to keep in your kit. Just know that it is a little bit wet. It has a VOC 55, they all do, and it's brushable, non-flaky, layerable. It's a really great product. And this is my favorite hairspray. It's like my little baby. I just love it. The Max Control. It's a strong hold, but it is a working hairspray. It's got a hold of 7. Ooh, I should tell you. Go 365, hold 3, 6, and 9 consecutively for light, medium, and hard. Just so I don't forget. So this has a hold of 7. It's a nice workable spray. It's a dry hairspray, also non-flaky, brushable, layerable. It's incredible. I love to use this when I'm setting hair, just because I'm able to like work through it. If I get a curl that's like a little wonky, I just let it cool, redo it. And this hairspray really, really allows for that, even though it says it's a strong hold. And last but not least here for sure is our Session Max. And this hairspray is an extra strong hold. It's a 10 plus. This guy is definitely intended to be used for the very end of your service. It's like your Picasso and your masterpiece is done and you need to shellac it so none of your like oil paint goes anywhere. Like this is the master. This is like basically you pull this out and you're like, I'm done. I'm finished. You may leave. This is your guy. So don't use this one unless you're intending to be finished and for literally like whatever you're spraying to be like stuck there until they take a shower. Non-flaky 55 VOC. It's also a dry spray. Do you guys have any questions on the Unite line? Awesome. Really hope I got all of that out of the way. You guys can ask questions if you think of something at the end. Before we move on to talking about Go 24/7, I do want to let you guys know that we do have an awesome line of tools. We have scissors, hairdryer, flat iron, brushes, clips, robes, capes, like all sorts of swag at our store. You can find all of that on unitehair.com. I actually am a huge fan of the flat iron. I'm thoroughly obsessed. It's literally the best flat iron I've ever used. I've had mine since they were first launched, which I cannot remember, but I know it's been a very long time, and I still have the same flat iron, which before Unite came out with one, I used to use the Paul Mitchell flat irons, and I literally had to replace them every 9 to 15 months, depending, just because I use them so often. And I'm just really, really impressed that I have not had to replace my Unite flat iron. Like, it is still chugging along and going strong. You know, I probably should call out a name, and I feel really bad for that. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you guys about our that one exploded. About our Go 24/7. It is the line that we created for the real men. It was launched in 2010. It has a universal macadamia ginseng fragrance. What was I going to say? There are 11 products total in the line, and it's really amazing. It smells so sexy, you guys. I can't wait to pass it around and have you guys smell it. It's really awesome. So I'm just going to jump in. We have 2 shampoos and a conditioner. So the regular shampoo has vitamin B5 to strengthen and repair. Again, like Unite, Go 24/7 is sulfate, paraben, sodium, chloride free, and color safe. So vitamin B5, excuse me, for protection and strengthen the hair. Our mint thickening shampoo, which you can see is the one that exploded here, is has honey for cell rejuvenation, peppermint for scalp stimulation, and menthol for encouraging growth and fullness in the hair. Our men's conditioner, the Go 24/7 conditioner, has vitamin E for nutrients and menthol for growth and stimulation. And those last 2 products do have a slight minty smell to them, which are the only ones that smell different throughout the entire line. And we have our little pucks here. There are 5 of them. First up is our grooming cream. This is for men with medium to long hair. It's a very soft hold with a factor of 1. And it has a very natural finish, and you're just going to want to all of our pucks, so you know you're going to want to take them in your hand, pea-sized amount, always start small, emulsify them, work them back to front. And this is just a very, very soft hold again. And I'll open this up and you can see, you just rub it in and it just goes away. It's just a nice little slip. Again, natural finish, so it's not matte, it's not shiny, it's just very natural looking in the hair. Then we have our styling cream with a hold factor of 2. This is for medium to long hair, and it's a little bit creamier, you can see, a little bit thicker. Again, pea-size amount, emulsify in the hands, work back to front. And this gives more of a matte finish. Then we have our cream wax with a hold factor of 3, medium to short hair. It starts as a cream and ends as a wax. This has more of a natural finish as well. On this one, it's almost gone. A lot of guys who use this, including my husband. He talks about it all the time. It's hilarious. I think maybe he should be a Go 24/7 rep. So, and that gives you a natural finish as well. Hold factor 3, I don't know if I said that. Our texture paste, I don't know if you guys have seen this in the media. This is David Beckham's go-to, so, it's good for the Becks. This is going to give you a matte finish. It's got a hold factor of 4, and it's going to give you a really piecey separated look and medium to short hair. I don't know why that's all dried out. I don't know if I shut that lid very well. Makes me sad. We'll have to get a new one out here, but much drier, more matte texture. And last but not least, here we have our pomade, and this is really great for those classic pompadours. You can see, you can see the shine just by looking in the puck there. This is short to medium hair, super high shine, hold factor of 5. So again, pea size, emulsify, you can add more if you need it, but these products are very highly concentrated. And here we have our hair gel. This is for short to medium hair, and you could put it in and let it air dry. You can blow dry it in. It's brushable, it's non-flaky. It's a really amazing gel, but it is a very strong hold, which is what a gel is supposed to do. And last but not least of our styling products, we have our control spray from Go 24/7. This is for all hair types, anyone who really wants to finish and set. This is our men's version of our Session Max. So when you're done with your masterpiece, you're ready to go, this is your spray. It is an extra strong hold with a factor of 10. And we have our Go 24/7 body wash. This really moisturizes and nourishes the skin. It rejuvenates dull skin. It's amazing mild lather that leaves your body still feeling moisturized. And you guys, your man is going to smell so sexy when he's taking a shower. Oh, it's awesome. Don't you guys love this Go 24/7 stuff? It smells so good. So that is it for Go 24/7 and Unite. Thank you guys for bearing with me. I hope I answered all of your questions. Before I let you go, I would love to talk to you about Unite Cares. It is the philosophy Andrew Dale came up with that we need to shift the paradigm of thinking from selling retail to sending our clients home with a care package. Our clients come, they sit in our chair, they spend a lot of time and money getting their hair cut, colored, styled. They like our expert opinion, and what better way can we serve them by ensuring that their style, their color, and their cut lasts when they're at home. And we can also have the added benefit of extending their salon experience by sending them home with the proper product and showing them how to use it. Dale likes to liken it to going to a restaurant. Say it's your anniversary or your parents are coming into town, or you get to go on a girls' night out with your friends or a brunch or whatever it is, but it's something you're really looking forward to. You're anticipating going and really enjoying yourself. So drinks are ordered, appetizers are ordered, you're chatting, you're hanging out, entrees are ordered, maybe another round of drinks, and your waiter comes over and is like, I hope you guys had a great time, no rush on the check, I'll be ready to take that when you need me. And everyone's looking around the table like,